Look at this for a nice area. Okay, we only have about half a GoPro battery left, which, it's good for about an hour of footage, I suppose. That should be plenty enough for what I want to do. Okie dokie. We have just come up to Jeeralang.
I'm in danger!
Watch where I'm going, Dad. We have just come up to Jeeralang North. This is the car park of the Jeeralang North Hall. And I thought, it's been a while since I've done some gravel, so let's come up here and get the GoPro going. Now, I have done almost 1,000 kilometres since putting the Honda high compression piston in. And you can put up with my pauses in my sentences for today because I never run off a script and I need to think about what I want to say. So yeah, been about 950 kilometres. By the time I get through this tank, well over 1,000. And I've been hyper focused on what the performance is like. You know, full throttle on the freeway. Can it do 100 Ks? Can it do 110? And the short answer is yes and no. It's still a 125 and it still doesn't have the power to compensate for a strong headwind. But the upgrades I've done to this bike have just been going from strength to strength. And one of the very first things I noticed was that it was exceptionally smooth, puttering along at slow speeds like this. So instead of going, look, my 125 is going quickly, I thought I'd take a different approach, and it's been over a year since I've come out onto this road, and it was one of my early CB125F videos that had absolutely rubbish audio. But I've been taking this bike up the gravel since the beginning. It's one of the reasons why I wanted a small capacity bike, is that I could just tootle around, not really have to think about too much. And you know, this bike has always been quite well behaved off-road. But on the flip side, because I haven't been doing much gravel in the past year, I need to freshen up on my skills. Can we just appreciate the fact that we're in fourth gear now? We're doing under 40 Ks an hour, and the bike's just purring along beautifully. There's no need for me to be trying to break any land speed records today. One of the things I've been meaning to add to my riding kit since the beginning was an emergency puncture repair kit. I was thinking along the lines of one of those rope style ones. I have the pump now, at least. That was one of the considerations, was, well, there's no point in getting a puncture repair kit if I don't have a tyre pump. So I bought the portable pump ages ago, and I just never got around to spending the $40 odd on a puncture repair kit that can just sit at the bottom of my bag and, pardon me, hopefully never get used. But I used to do a lot more gravel than what I do, and one of the reasons I stopped was I started to get really worried about getting a flat tyre. And you know what? I've never repaired a puncture before in a tyre, so it's going to be a trial by fire if it happens. But I mean, look at this for a day. We are literally in the middle of winter. I'm in the mountains on a gravel road, and it looks like it could just as easily be a warm summer's day. I mean, obviously it doesn't feel like that to me. I've got my winter coat on, and this is all plantation forest now. There's nothing left but old growth. Last time I came up here, that little path down there on the right was completely overgrown. Now it looks like they've carved a track down there to... I don't know how often they fell these pine trees, but pine trees grow fairly quickly. But if you want to go riding up here, the best thing to do is find out where the logging trucks aren't. Down here making it particularly difficult. It's a Sunday. I don't expect to come face to face with a logging truck along here, but well, it's happened to me before. But I don't tend to travel at speeds where I get surprised by anything coming. You know, I'm usually only doing between 40 and 50 Ks on roads like this. Well, let's round down. Let's say 30 and 50 Ks. And I tend to stick to the left on, you know, blind corners because you don't know what's coming. I used to take my car up here. But I tell you what, it's a lot more visceral being out here on a bike. I'm quite happy doing speeds like this instead of these roads can sometimes lull you into a false sense of security. Because at the beginning of them, they can be quite firm, quite well maintained, and the deeper you go, just the worse the roads tend to get, especially this time of year, which things seem to be fairly dry at the moment, but when there's been a bit of rain, and a fair few logging trucks coming up and down, it just gets turned to slush. Now, this isn't a road that strikes me like it's been travelled a lot by heavy vehicles, you know, logging trucks. It just isn't churned up, you know. Well, what are these trucks worth? Like bloody 6 ton without a trailer, something like that, I don't know. And this is just dirt after all. Oh, didn't even try to avoid that bloody pothole. Oop, couple of big rocks there. We're seeing the roads get a bit slicker and a bit muddier here because all this tree cover, the roads aren't seeing as much sunlight, so the water's just not evaporating throughout the day. So of course I've elected to leave the visor open because I'm not really going faster than about 50 k's an hour on this road, so I shouldn't be getting blasted with wind noise, but most of what you're hearing is literally the wind that's blowing. Just to ride out here I was getting buffeted around quite a bit. I'm kind of grateful that I decided to do a low speed road instead of trying to break the sound barrier on this thing. Now these tracks often just have markers. Road 9. Maybe one day I'll see where some of these side tracks go. I think I'll do some more exploring on a day where I've got a bit more time. I mean, it's just past 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've only got a couple of hours daylight left as it is, but that is one of the things I like doing, is just riding and exploring and spending 4 or 5 hours on the bike, not really caring where I end up, just riding for the joy of bike. Oh good. Always have to check the GoPro. I always get paranoid it's going to just stop recording. I forgot to charge it last time I used it, and so I was trying to charge it off the tyre pump. It's got like a battery bank charger in it. But while I was riding, I think the connection must have come loose, because it had only charged about 6% battery, which I wasn't expecting it to completely charge, but more than 50% battery might have been nice. I mean, I can easily waste an entire GoPro battery on these gravel roads without ever seeing another vehicle, let alone asphalt. The bike's having a bit of a dance underneath me because it's a bit muddy where I was riding, but I don't know, I'm wearing all my gear. I'd rather not put the bike down. It's happened to me before. And we're down. Right, saved it! In summertime, when the roads are bone dry, I don't mind trying to go a little bit faster. I mean, I've got video evidence of hitting 80 k's an hour on gravel. Oh, shit. God, I don't know how I managed to avoid all these. Alright, Jeeralang West Road. Now, to go left or right, I believe I want to go right.